Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. Shoot, the weekend got away from me, y'all. I literally had to have a conversation with myself a little while ago, and I was like, is today Wednesday or is today Thursday? I'm not being funny. I really had to sit there. I was out. I was running errands for my event on Saturday. Those of you that are in the DMV area, we still got tickets. So if you are in the DMV area and you would like to come, you can still get a ticket. It's not too late. Hit me up. At this point, I'd rather you just hit me up and you can cash out me the money for the ticket. I give you a little discount. I'll give you a little discount. So if you're in the area and you want to come, let me know. If you still want to make a donation to the event, by all means, you can do that too. But I was out running some errands this morning, taking care of some stuff for the event. And I really had to stop and be like, is today Wednesday or Thursday? Yep. The week really got away from me because I got home on Monday and I feel like the rest of the week has been a blur. But it kind of has been. Like I had to take my braids out. I was trying to get caught up on the content. Went and got my hair done yesterday. And then I literally had 3 back-to-back meetings. I had a 6:30. I had a Zoom at 6:30 for myself for my travel business. I had a Zoom at 7:30 for my cousin's trip to Curacao. You guys know I'm going to Curacao in 2 weeks. For my cousin's, it's her 50th birthday. So the travel agent was meeting with us. And then I had to do Heart and Hustle Houston at 8:30. So literally, y'all, the week has just been a blur. I'm trying to get this stupid. While I was out running errands, I made a detour through Ulta. Because I had to go to Staples and I had to go to Five Below, and Ulta was in the middle. So I was like, if I'm going to pass by the Ulta, I might as well go into Ulta. So I went to Ulta and I got me a new lip gloss, a new Juvia's Place lip gloss. And I'm trying to get the plastic off. That's why my lips are bare. Y'all know I don't come on here with no bare lips. But I'm trying to get the plastic off so I can put this new lip gloss on. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like. It's called, Lord, y'all know I can't see. It's called Soil. It's called Soil. I feel like I've had this at some point before, but I don't know. I like it. I think I've had this as a lipstick. I don't think I've had the gloss. I think I've had the lipstick because I have had this color before. But I think it was a lipstick. I don't think it was a gloss. Anyway, so that's my new color. That's my treat to myself, child, while I was out running these errands today. That was my treat to myself. I went and got me some body butter because I ran out of my Fenty body butter, and the order that I put in before I left, it's not here yet. I need to check on the package for that and find out the stupid chair. Child, when I was in Staples, I was looking at chairs today when I was in Staples, but I'm gonna order something off of Amazon. Let me say hi to the people. All right, what's up, CC, Corey, DB, Chuck, Quake, what's going on? Hey, D-Mac, Lock Queen, Tanya, what's going on? Katrina said, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, and hit that like button. Yes, thank you, girl. What's up, Diamond? Rashonda, hey, boo. Alexis, hey. Sharice, what's going on? Hey, Cheryl, what's up, Quake? China White, Ravine, lunchtime will really be. Yes, honey, come on in. Child, I was in New Orleans and I have never seen so many little people. You said that the other day, child. Maybe they were having a convention or something. Because you said the exact same thing the other day, Katrina. Maybe they were having a convention. Because I've been to New Orleans multiple times and I've never seen that. So I feel like maybe they were having a convention or something. I don't know. Oh, it's blurry. Is it blurry on y'all's end? Because it's blurry on my end. This was my week after vacation, back to work. It's been insane. Yeah, it's been crazy. Hey, Dee, what's up, boo? Hey, nephew. I wish this week got away from me. I have been counting down the minutes for the weekend. I understand. I'm no good in the Ulta store. I actually did pretty good. You picked up Meg's perfume. I didn't know Meg had a perfume out. What's up, Tracy? Hey, boo. Dr. Bryant, Felicia, Shakira, Diamond, Yolanda. If I missed your name, charge it to my head and not my heart, y'all. Come on in. I may have to take a pause. I have somebody coming past the house. Contrary to what y'all think, I am still working on that back bedroom. I was able to get rid of the bookshelf. I told you I had 2 bookshelves in it I needed to get rid of. So I was able to get one of those bookshelves out and I put up a new bookshelf and a part of it broke. So, and then my banister going up the steps into, going up my steps, one of the brackets broke. So somebody's coming by to fix my banister and to fix that bookshelf and hopefully take the other bookshelf out. I've cleaned off that bookshelf for the most part. So I'm just trying to open up some space in that back room and really get it set up. When I get the new chair, what I'm going to do is when I get the new chair, I'm going to put it upstairs. I'm not even going to set it up down here. So I'm saying to try to encourage myself. Okay. To try to encourage myself. Okay. I'm trying. It's called Soil, SOIL. It's called Soil. So thank you. Okay, it was a convention. Okay. Well, you knew it was a convention, Katrina. Stop acting like it was just a bunch of random people down to the Norlands. You knew it was a convention, girl. Anyway, and I got this lip gloss too. This is not the lip. Damn it, this is not the lip gloss I thought I picked up. Something told me to check the box before I left. I mean, I'll take it. It's lip gloss, but it's not the lip gloss I thought. I thought I picked up the lip gloss with the glitter in it. I just got to go back and get the right one. This lip gloss is a little matte. Y'all know I don't like matte. What up, Retro? Listen, I don't know. Did you see my review for You said you gotta defend Hove. Okay. I did my review for Raising Kanan. Retro, that's one of my Raising Kanan power buddies. And baby, that Raising Kanan was some kind of good this weekend. I'm just noticing your tan. You know what? My tan is not as bad because I had on sunblock. Y'all know I had my black girl sunblock, which is really, really good. I have a little bit of a tan. See, but it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad of a tan, which is fine by me. Do y'all want me to start with Hove? Because you can defend Hove all you want. I don't have no problem with starting with Hove because I have a lot to say about Mr. Jay-Z, you know. We'll make some announcements. Y'all know we have a lot of announcements to make, but tonight, if you are in the DC DMV area tonight, I'm going to be down. Hold on, where the flyer at? I'm gonna tell y'all where I'm gonna be tonight if y'all want to come and hang out. Wait a minute. Okay. The flyer is this where we're gonna be tonight. Oh, wait a minute, is this the same place? Hold on, this might be someplace different. Hold on. What's the name of this place? He didn't send me a different flyer. Hold on, y'all. Bike night. I'm not now. See, now you didn't change it up. Hold on. I might not be there tonight. Hold on. Let me read this. He didn't send me a whole different flyer. I thought I was going to R&B bingo. Now he's talking about third Thursdays, karaoke, bike night. That's not even telling me where this place is. I might have to go next Thursday because I didn't want to do all this. And this don't even have the name of the place. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I thought I was going down to the B&G Tavern down and playing some bingo, some R&B bingo. That's what I thought. But anyway, so put a pin in that. I might not be going nowhere tonight. Put a pin in that. Cause I don't feel like doing all that tonight. I don't feel like that. That sounds like a lot. R&B bingo. I was like, I could do that. That's a little chill. I could give me a little cocktail, play a little bingo, have a little talkie. But bike night, carry. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. You saw a go-go event in Baltimore on Instagram. I'm not driving to Baltimore tonight. And why are they having a go-go event? But well, never mind. Really, do you wear earrings? Very seldom. Very, very seldom do I wear earrings. I generally wear earrings like for like if I'm dressing up. I very seldom wear earrings. You've been watching a lot of members only lives. Love them. I love to do. Hold on. What's up, Powerful? Hey, boo. I love to do another live where we can ask you 21 questions. Miss Pretty Amazing, you always say you want to ask me all these questions. What you want to know? I'm an open book. I don't understand when you say, because you've said that a couple of times. What y'all want to know? I was thinking about doing the members only today, so it's going to depend on my time when I get off of here. What's up, Aunt Green? How you doing? Thank you, Katie K, for gifting the membership. Who got the membership? Thank you, boo. Mwah. Thank you so much. Let me know who got the membership. Because y'all, Miss Pretty Amazing, you've said that a couple of times, and then we being members only, and I say, which I want to know, which I want to talk about. Don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody say nothing. Correct, got it. Oh, that's good. Congratulations. Don't get me wrong, I like anybody who gets the membership, but I really like seeing people who are in here, who really are in here a lot. I love seeing that. So congratulations, Correct. I want to know how you came up with the name. Baby, I done told y'all that story 5,000 times. Oh no, let me rewind. I just told that story, but that was to somebody, my people I was just with this weekend. I've told y'all that story a million times, but I'll tell it again. What up, lovely Nola? So I'll tell it again. Really B was originally Really Bitch. My friend Lena actually came up with the name. My friend Lena actually came up with the name. Y'all know Mink. If y'all been around for a long time, y'all know who Mink is. Mink actually named it that. I did a podcast. Y'all know I used to do radio. And I did a podcast when I was doing radio. And I was trying to come up with a name for my podcast. And my friend Lena was like, Really Bitch? You should name it Really Bitch. And she said it like that, like, Really Bitch? You know? And at first I was like, and then I was like, that's cute. And so it was called Really Bitch. But then when I came over to YouTube, I knew that I wouldn't be able to, I knew that the curse word wouldn't really kind of, so I changed it to just Really Be. So that's where it came from. What's up, Kim? I'm back. I've been on the other channel this week. I've done a couple of lives this week. I just haven't done a tribe meeting. But I did Heart and Hustle Houston, Raising Canaan, Raw Housewives of Atlanta. I watched Bell Collective, so I have to do Bell Collective. Next Gen NYC, I need to get caught up on that. I'm trying to get caught up on Beyond the Gates. I'm really behind on Beyond the Gates. And I'm trying to get caught up on Big Brother. So that's it. But yeah, that's how I came up with the name Really Be. I mean, I didn't come up with it, but yeah, that's where it comes from. But let's get into it. So since Retro is here, I know he's busy. Let me go ahead and get into this Jay-Z thing. So let's get into this Jay-Z. So in my title, I put Jay-Z is a liar with a question mark. It's not Third Thursday. Okay, well then I don't know why he sent me that flyer. Okay, all right. Well, if it's, he said it is Third Thursday. He said it's still gonna be music, bingo, and karaoke.
There's nothing scheduled next Thursday.
Oh, girl, shut up. So it's at the same place. It's just Third Thursdays. It's gonna be bike night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till next week. because this looked like a whole lot. Because this is, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, listen, y'all know I already don't be going out. I dip my pinky toe in, and this is making me jump in the deep end, and I'm just not ready for this. I'm not. We're gonna do it next Thursday. This Thursday, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna just chill. We're gonna do it next week. I wish I had known that. I would have probably picked me up some crabs while I was out, and I just would have ate me some crabs tonight. I still might run out and get some crabs because I feel like now I just want some crabs. But anyway, let's get through this, y'all. So here's my thing with the Jay-Z. Let's talk about it. It's a couple of things with Jay-Z. Suri, stop. Suri, stop. She don't listen. She come on when she feel like it. She stay as long as she feel like it. Anyway, she's still sitting there like she waiting for me to say something. Well, he said it's third Thursday, child. I'll call him when I get off of here. Cheryl, I'll let you know, baby. I'll call him when I get off of here. Yeah, I had to change my whole menu for the event on Saturday because we were going to have a veggie plate. And my sister was like, I took the veggie plate off the menu because, so we're not going to have a veggie plate tomorrow. Or I think she's just going to do a really, really small veggie plate or something. I don't know, but we definitely changed the menu. Let's say this. Okay, so let me start at the beginning with the Jay-Z thing. The 3-night Jay-Z concert, I think, was a big success. If you are a Jay-Z fan, it was a great moment. I mean, he brought out a lot of people. It looked like, he started off the first one, he brought out Beyonce. The third night, he had pretty much a little bit of everybody. So from that point of view, listen, it was a success. And, shout out to Jay-Z, right? If you're a Jay-Z fan and if you were able to make it or watch it on TikTok or whatever, great. That last night, the show didn't start until like midnight. And let me tell you why. The show started at midnight because a group of people who did not have tickets decided that they were going to storm one of the doors and rush themselves in. So as a result of those, 20 people, however many people it was, that decided to rush the door, y'all caused everybody who had tickets to wait. And y'all also caused people who had tickets who had not already gotten in. Some people never made it inside. Y'all, we got to do better. Like, we've got to do better. Like, it just frustrates me, this mindset that we seem to have. And again, when I say we, I'm talking about this society. I'm not talking black or white. I'm talking this society at this point. We have to really get out of this mindset that we can have whatever we want just because we say we want it. There was a situation here in DC where a group of young ladies broke into a Chick-fil-A in the middle of the night. Why? They got them all on camera. They got their video, their pictures all over the news looking for these young ladies because they, I guess, didn't have nothing better to do and decided they was going to break into a Chick-fil-A in the middle of the night. Why? They had gotten shafted for buying tickets from a scalper. Well, again, my problem with that is, that you listen, you're taking a chance when you buy a ticket outside of an official means. That you're running a risk that you're getting got. And I'm not saying that makes it okay for the person that did it, but what I am saying is you got. You don't have legitimate tickets. You bought tickets. You bought some counterfeit tickets from somebody on the street. That doesn't make it okay for you to potentially ruin the night of everybody else because you decided you were going to buy some tickets on the street. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Willie B. South Bronx ain't changing Yankee Stadium. Again, I'm not even making this a New York thing. I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking, oh, well, I get me some crabs. Right. Sure, you said you was thinking that too. I was like, well, I might just run down and give me some damn crabs. Because listen, I'm already stepping outside of my comfort zone and coming out the house in the middle of the week. But I'm not up for that tonight. I'm going to call him when I get off of here and get some more information. I'll let you know, Cheryl. Sure, I'll text you and let you know what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Like, it was a great show. Two things that happened during the show that I have to have a conversation about. The first thing was Jay-Z did another freestyle in which he sort of threw a jab at Colin Kaepernick and made a statement about how Colin Kaepernick signed away his rights to talk about the NFL, and he can say whatever he want to say about the NFL. He didn't sign away his rights. I'm paraphrasing. I know that's not a direct quote, but that's basically what he said. That's not an accurate statement. Jemele Hill, who produced the documentary or was one of the producers that worked on the documentary for Colin Kaepernick's documentary, said that he absolutely does not have a gag order, that in the documentary he said everything he wanted to say. He didn't have to think about what he wanted to say. He didn't have lawyers have to read over what he said. He was free to speak his truth about what happened with the NFL. He did not sign away his rights to speak on his experience. And I think just because people choose to move in silence doesn't mean that they don't have that they are not allowed to speak. And I want to say this too. Even if that were true, I guess my mindset now is, if it were true, why is that a flex? Why are you speaking as if it's a flex? Because if anything, as somebody who went into the NFL supposedly to help bridge the gap and bring the people together and all the things that you allegedly were supposed to be doing when you signed on to be a part of this NFL situation post Colin Kaepernick, you should be wanting to hold him up and not tear him down. So even if he did sign some sort of gag order or NDA or whatever the situation might be, why is that a flex? Why is that a flex? The other thing that he said, which again brings me back to the whole argument that we were having, or conversation, argument's not the word, conversation that we were having about the whole Target situation prior to the concert. And like I said before, if you just want to say, hey, I just like Jay-Z and I want to support Jay-Z and that's my man and I've loved Jay-Z my whole life, just say that. I would respect you saying, that's like people who like R. Kelly and they're like, look, I understand R. Kelly did some fucked up stuff, but I like his music and I ain't gonna stop listening to it. You know what? I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to like it, but I respect it. I respect you saying to me, look, Bad Boy is the soundtrack of my youth, and I'm gonna keep listening to Bad Boy music. Diddy's a fucked up person. He's a fucked up individual, but I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna keep listening to Diddy. I respect that. But what I can't respect is you trying to justify the shit in the name of Jay-Z. Jay-Z don't need you to defend him. Jay-Z's a fucking billionaire. He don't need you to defend him. Jay-Z doesn't give a damn. Jay-Z makes the decisions that he makes based on his own comfort and his own. And here's the thing too. I don't want nobody to talk about, well, he donates here and he does this here and he does that there. I don't want nobody to say that to me, because so what? So what? Donald Trump got charities too. Does that justify and excuse his bad behavior? Whole lot of people have charities that do bad things or do they, So the other thing was Jay-Z made, and again, I'm paraphrasing y'all, I do not have the direct quote, but he also spoke about basically people are mad at him about his partnership with Target, but did anybody stop using IG? Did anybody stop using Meta? Did anybody stop using Amazon? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to give y'all a scenario. I'm going to give y'all a scenario. And I want y'all to walk with me through this scenario, okay? Rosa Parks doesn't give up her seat on the bus. She gets arrested. She goes to jail. As a result, the community says, let's boycott the buses. Now, granted, it was only supposed to be a one-day boycott that extended to over a year. We've had that conversation. But they said, let's boycott the buses. There was a meeting at the church where they could organize and come up with what they were going to do and how they were going to do it and who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. Okay, Tracy done sent me something, child. Something must have happened. Let me get to that in a second. Let me finish my thought. Imagine, in my Dominique Morgan voice, imagine if Martin Luther King had stood up at that church meeting when they were organizing the boycott and said to the people in that church meeting, ain't no need us boycotting the buses because Black people still going to go downtown and shop at those racist stores. Black people still going to go to the butcher shop where they're not allowed to buy their meat from the front of the store. They're just going to go around to the back of the store. They're still going to go to that Woolworths where they're not allowed to sit at the lunch counter and still shop at Woolworths. Ain't no need us boycotting the buses because the rest of the town is still going to be, it's still racist, and Black people are still going to support those racist businesses. So ain't no need us doing a damn boycott. What's the purpose of the boycott? Y'all hear how stupid that sounds? That's essentially what Jay-Z was saying. Ain't no need me boycotting Target because all these other racist entities still exist and people still use them. Let's be clear. He's right. I still order Amazon. We still use Instagram. People still driving Teslas. You are absolutely correct. But there was no one call that said, we as a people are going to organize and boycott this entity. Let me tell y'all something. This boycott has been going on for almost 2 years now. If every single Black person had stopped shopping at Target, Target would be bankrupt right now. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. If every single Black person had stopped shopping at Target, Target would be bankrupt right now. They already saw a drop in their sales. Target was operating in the red for the first time in however many years for that first year of the boycott. Retro says, now wait a minute. I kind of agree with the Kaepernick thing a little. The Target thing is slightly different. Well, what do you agree with the Kaepernick thing? Because the Kaepernick thing was a lie. So what part of you, what are you agreeing with? That was a lie. He said Colin Kaepernick signed away his rights to criticize the NFL, and that's not true. Somebody who worked on his documentary, somebody who was an executive producer on his documentary said that's not true. Colin Kaepernick could speak freely as he wanted about the NFL. So, I don't know what you agree with because it wasn't a true statement. The reality of the situation is, again, I'll go back to the example of Rosa Parks. The reality of the situation is in Montgomery, Alabama, Black people did not have the luxury to boycott every single racist entity in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. But what they did have the ability to do, they had the ability to focus on one entity and say, we're going to concentrate our efforts on this one thing. And when they brought down the bus company, it opened up the door for them to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And that's the part that, again, people, because then I started seeing people talking about some, yeah, Jay-Z, yeah, he right, yeah. No, he's not. What he said is not right. What he said is not accurate. What he said is not true. One plus one does not equal two. Let me see what Retro said. Hold on. Okay, hold on. You said something else. Hold on. Oh, I agree with you. Oh, you agree with what I'm saying about Kaepernick, but the Target thing is different. Tell me why. I want to hear. So again, I would much rather I would respect more somebody saying to me, I just like Jay-Z and I want to go to the Jay-Z concert. And Jay-Z, I've been a fan my whole life. And I would much rather respect somebody saying I want to. That's like, I mean, I got friends that still drive. I have a friend that sold their Tesla. I have a friend that kept their Tesla. And they were like, look, I can't afford a new car right now. Like, I can't afford to go get another car. Like, I don't like what Elon Musk is doing. And no, I don't support it, but I can't go get a new car. Okay. I'm not mad at people for keeping their Tesla. You know, now I might be side-eyeing you if you go buy a new one. I might be side-eyeing you about that. But at the end of the day, if you already have a Tesla, what you gonna do? But what I'm not gonna allow anybody to do, I'm not gonna allow you to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't try to justify the shit. At the end of the day, Jay-Z made a selfish decision. Period. He didn't give a fuck about black people. He didn't give a fuck about, because again, like I said before, Jay-Z doing a partnership with Target sends the message, we can go back to Target. John Legend doing a partnership with Target sends the message, we can go back to Target. Because these are people who are respected in the community. When Kai Cenat did it, I don't think nobody really paid much attention because it was Kai Cenat. Like, who paid attention? I mean, I know he's got his followers and all that, but I'm talking about from me, my people, where I am. But when you have people like a John Legend or a Jay-Z doing it, yeah, it sends a message. And that's just how I feel about it. Am I perfect? No. Do I order Amazon? I do. Do I try not to order Amazon? I do. I try to find alternative ways, but at the end of the day, Amazon is damn near a fucking monopoly at this point. It just is what it is. We just gonna call a thing a thing. It is damn near a monopoly at this point. I'd be a liar to tell y'all I have not eaten at Chick-fil-A in the last 4 years. What I can say is I haven't eaten at Chick-fil-A as much as I used to, because sometimes I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, I just be forgetting, and I'd be like, fuck. I don't shop at Home Depot anymore. I go to Lowe's. When I need something, I go to Lowe's. I don't go to Home Depot anymore. So there are little things that we can adjust our day-to-day activity. That doesn't mean, but if and I'm gonna say this, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and we're gonna move on, because the other thing I want to say is too, the same people that are defending this situation with Jay-Z and the boycott of Target and Jay-Z doing this partnership with Target, what I don't want any of those people to do, I don't want any of y'all to ever judge, question a Jamal Bryant that says, hey, the boycott is over, we can go back to Target. I don't want y'all to ever look at no other black person as some sort of figurehead or leader for the black community. I don't want y'all questioning Michelle Obama. I don't want y'all questioning shit. I don't know, Brandy. I don't want y'all. If Brandy do a partnership with Target next week, I don't want to hear a motherfucking peep. I don't want to hear nobody say shit that defended Jay-Z. I don't want to hear shit from the people who defended Jay-Z. I don't care if Barack Obama decided to sell his book exclusively at Target. I don't want to hear nobody that supported Jay-Z to say a mumbling fucking word. Because what you said was, it was okay for Jay-Z to do it. So it's okay for everybody else to do it, right? Cool. Hold on, let me read these comments and then we're going to move on. I got other stuff to talk about. All right, hold on. Drinks with D. Hey, boo. Drinks with D said, So people are crazy to keep buying Teslas. Are they not seeing these cars are controlling? Oh Lord. KDK, I don't think people could turn in a car without getting a new one. I think it would be hard trying to sell a Tesla. I've deleted Jay-Z from my playlist. Amazon is my last resort. I hope you remember to leave Chick-fil-A alone. I know you will, Chuck. I'm very curious because it seems, at least in the public eye, Beyonce and Jay-Z have different views. And it leads me to question behind closed doors, does she feel the same way he does? Neither one of them have really spoken, in my opinion. I mean, I know that Beyonce helped campaign for Kamala Harris and stuff like that, but didn't Jay-Z help campaign too? So I don't know. I just think that Target came to Jay-Z with a really lucrative deal and he took it. I don't really think it runs deeper than that. And I think he didn't care about the backlash. I don't think he expected the backlash. And then when he got it, I don't think he cared. And his fans are supporting it. So I don't know. I disagree because I know who Jay-Z is. He has always been about hustling. Rather, it's just who he is. Okay. I'm not going to say it's okay. It's a whole hustle. One way or another, he's going to secure it for him. And that's what I said. I said he made a selfish decision. And he did. And listen, I'm not saying... This thing is blurry. I'm not saying he's wrong for making a selfish decision. All I'm saying is don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Don't try to convince me that it's something different than what it is. If you... Like I said, I would much rather... What you just said, Retro, I'm fine with that. But for the people that are out here trying to make it seem like it's not that... Then you just said, look, he gonna do what he gotta do. He gonna take care of him. Okay. But I'm talking about the people that's out here really caping for this man and really acting like it's not what we know it is. That's all I'm saying. No, he didn't. He never really spoke about the election. Oh, okay. See, I don't follow them people like that. So I don't know. Bay is a cover for Jay-Z. He does something effed up, and Bay and Blue come out and shake their shoulders to deflect. What's up, Marcus? Hey, boo. How's your lovely day going? Atlanta is in the house. Well, all right, ATL in the house. Hey. Yeah. So I don't know what their political leanings are. Honestly, I don't. Like I said, I know that Beyonce has campaigned. She campaigned for Kamala Harris and all of that. But I do not know what their overall political leanings are. I told y'all before, when it comes to rich people, whether they're black or white, it's a different conversation. I don't know. So. But anyway, let's move on because, like I said, I ain't gonna do this all day. But that was my 2 cents about that. Now, Lil Boosie is suing the people because he said that he paid for a pardon and he ain't get it. I have a couple of views on this. First of all, y'all know I don't give a damn about Lil Boosie. I don't care nothing about him. I don't. If you got great. If the people came and took advantage, if you gave somebody $600,000 because you was trying to buy a pardon and they didn't come through with the pardon, oh well. My thing is, your hands are not clean, sir. Like, I mean, I don't have the lawsuit in front of me to read the lawsuit, but it sounds like you didn't come into this with clean hands. You literally were bribing a government official, and now you want to sue because you didn't get what you were trying to pay for. That is the craziest shit I have ever heard in my life. But on the flip side, I kind of hope that Boosie has proof to support this and undisputable evidence to prove that this is what was happening, because most of us know that that's what was happening. Because the type of people that was getting pardoned, you were like, what? So a lot of us know that it was pay for play. Like, a lot of us know that it was pay for play. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it kind of goes back to what I said about the scalpers. You were taking a chance buying your tickets off the street from a scalper that said they had Jay-Z tickets. You were taking a chance. And if that person took your money and you got, you got to just charge that to the game. You gotta put that on the game and be like, they got me. You know what I'm saying? Charge that to you gotta charge that one to the game. I don't think he will get his money. He's not getting his money back. Boosie and Boosie people are all collectively laughing at permanently blackened eye ass. Okay, Chuck. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, I know somebody that knows somebody, and for the right price, I could get you a pardon," and you took him up on his offer, like, you know, it was nefarious to begin with. You cannot buy a pardon. I mean, when I say you cannot, you know what I'm saying. It is illegal. That is not how this works. So again, like, like, and you go, "What's up, Kenneth? Hey, boo," and you gonna sue? Like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Child, you gonna sue? Okay. Good luck with that. But again, a part of me hopes that he really does have the proof. You know, like, I want to see it. I want to see who you were emailing. I want to see what they emailed back. I want to see who said what. Child, me in this damn chair. I want to see who did you email? Who emailed you? What did they say? What's their connection? Excuse me. How many degrees of separation are they from the people in the White House? Like, I want to know. But at the end of the day, I don't think you get rewarded for breaking the law and not getting what you were supposed to get. Like, that is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I said, this dude is really suing because his bribe, he didn't get what he it's crazy. Crazy. Okay. But that's what's going on with the little Boosie. But again, I want to know, and I mean, he's been talking online, he's been dropping names, but of course, everybody's name that he's been dropping is like, "Sir, I don't know you." So that's why I said I want to see what proof you have. I want to see the proof, the facts, the receipts. The company never submitted the paperwork. How many other people did they take money from? He doesn't stand a snowball's chance of hell. I mean, Face, I need to call you because I'm confusion. Because today's not Third Thursday, but you said today is Third Thursday. So it's not going to be R&B bingo. It's going to be bike night and it's going to be karaoke. I might just come next week because this just sounds like a lot. Don't don't do that, Raven and KDK. Don't do that. Don't talk about me like that. I got a computer. My computer works. This the computer Face gave me. I'm on my MacBook right now. Mm-hmm. Now I do need a new chair. I do not need a new Christmas tree. Just because y'all don't like my Christmas tree doesn't mean I need a new one. Y'all just don't like it. I like my Christmas tree. I'm not buying a new one. I like my Christmas tree. Y'all just don't like my Christmas tree. I like it. Oh no, I do need to get a new chair, child. This chair is this chair is getting on my nerves. No, I do need a new chair. It okay. So Cheryl said it wasn't. It is Third Thursday. Okay. Well, I'll be there next Thursday. Then I can't do that tonight. That sounds like a lot going on. Listen, I'm already sticking out my pinky toe. The Christmas tree is actually right behind me. Today is Thursday. I don't feel. Listen, Twanda, I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight. Still doing music bingo. The biker club requested me for the event, so I'm doing both. Huh? I'm confusion. So, Face, I'll call you. I'll call you and get some clarification because I'm confusion. Wait a minute, Tracy. Let me see what Tracy just sent me before we get into this Fawn Weaver. How long does it take you to put up your tree? About 5 minutes. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, I will. I'm gonna call Face when I get off here. So let's talk. Okay, it's two different sides to the. Oh, it's two different sides to the place. It sounds like a lot's going on. Yeah, listen. The tree is in that box right there. You see that cardboard box right there? That's where the tree is. Because I don't know why I just keep forgetting to take it upstairs. But it's in that box. I might as well just leave it there now. Shoot, it's almost time for me to put it up again. So I might as well just leave it there till November. Or put it to the side. But yeah. Fawn Weaver. Now listen, we have been on this journey with Fawn Weaver since this lawsuit was filed. And I'm gonna be very honest. I was windmilling for Fawn Weaver in the beginning. Now, for those who don't know, Fawn Weaver is the former CEO of Uncle Nearest Liquor, okay, whiskey brand. And I was windmilling for Fawn Weaver. Y'all can go back. And when we read through the lawsuit, and I said, well, this sounds like these people just trying to take this lady's company. You know, she got these loans, but it, looked like, her former CFO might have fudged some things and it don't look good, but the business is making the money and she just got to pay these loans back. I didn't think it was in dire straits. I said, it's just this white company trying to steal this black company because it's successful and they want it. I'm going to be honest. I said that. Those of you who were here, y'all know that's what I said. I was windmilling for that lady. I was windmilling for Fawn Weaver. But I always tell y'all, I reserve the right to change my mind when I get new information. And the more information that started coming out about this whole situation, baby, the more information that started trickling down the pike. I just can't stand with Babby. I'm not, listen, I know I love my black people, but I can't stand for the bullshit. I mean, we just had that conversation with Jay-Z. I'm never going to take nothing away from Jay-Z being talented and all of that, but I just can't stand with no bullshit. Fawn Weaver was on some bullshit. And the more we learned, the worse this thing got. The loan people wanted it to go under a receivership. And Fawn Weaver, she lied in a lot of the paperwork. She misled people. She would go live on her Instagram and lie about what was happening in court. We were reading the court documents, and I am nobody's attorney, but I can understand enough to know that what she was telling people on her Instagram was not matching what we were seeing in that paperwork. Come to find out that the CFO, she kept him employed after she found it was a lot, y'all. Well, thank you, Donnie Walls. Thank you. Right. Don't hide behind being black when you're doing foolishness. Exactly. And don't come to us and make it seem like we're fighting and we're going to, I mean, she basically gave the impression that it was unwarranted and that these people were just, trying to come and steal her company from her, which again, in the beginning, that's how I felt too. But the more and more we read, the more and more we realized, no, you was on some bullshit. And then you got in court and you were lying. You was pulling a Teresa Giudice. You weren't disclosing everything. You were lying about what your company, the assets and the liabilities. And and the receiver was going through your paperwork, and the receiver was finding shit and sending that report to the court. And you was trying to basically tell the court who you gonna believe. You gonna believe the paperwork or you gonna believe me? You gonna believe the numbers or you gonna believe me? And it just wasn't adding up. It just was not adding up, you guys. And again, like I said, I'm all here for supporting a black business. I like Uncle Nearest. I think it's a great whiskey, and it's a black owned brand. And I support it. You know, when I go to a bar, if I see Uncle Nearest, I want Uncle Nearest. When we were on the cruise and I saw they had Uncle Nearest, let me get that Uncle Nearest. I want to support it. Yeah, Chrissy. I look, Chrissy said you were windmilling for her, and I follow an account who was discussing the case, and I thought really be this ain't looking good. You ain't wrong. I was windmilling for her. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I was. But again, as I started learning more information, I was like, I started walking down this path with you, but I gotta turn around and go back. It's getting a little more dark down there. The thunderstorms are coming. You know what I'm saying? The thunderstorms. I gotta turn around. I gotta go back. I'm not gonna keep walking down this road with you. I can't keep walking around this road with you. I had to turn around and go back, honey. I just wish she would have done right, because now we're going to not have Uncle Nearest. I know Nearest is spinning around in his grave because she really making this a messy situation. Yeah. Yeah. So let's read through this article, because the latest chapter in this Uncle Nearest situation is she has now been fired. So let me read this article. It's coming from The Root, and stupid pop up. Okay. These daggone pop ups. It says how Uncle Nearest founder was fired from her $1 billion empire. Okay, so according to reports, a court-appointed receiver has fired the founder and former CEO as the whiskey company heads towards a court-supervised sale amid mounting debt and legal battles. The stunning turn marks a dramatic fall for the brand that once symbolized the reclamation of Black history and the reshaping of the American whiskey industry. The federal court documents reviewed by the New York Times show that the court-appointed receiver, Philip G. Young Jr., terminated Weaver's employment effective June the 1st. As Uncle Nearest heads towards a court-supervised sale, the receiver said the decision was intended to reduce operational confessions while the company navigates ongoing investigations. While the decision was not made lightly, it has resulted in significantly less confusion among employees and vendors and has made business operations significantly smoother. I feel like that's a nice way of saying she was involving herself and causing a lot of problems. I feel like he said that real nice. He was real nice about that, but I feel like what he said was she was being messy and she was creating a lot of mess. And this has streamlined a lot of this for us. That's what it sounds like to me. Weaver and her husband, Keith Weaver, remain defendants in ongoing legal proceedings. The receiver's forensic investigation has not produced additional legal claims against them. However, this development marks a stunning reversal for a company once celebrated as one of the fastest growing independent whiskey brands in the country. Uncle Nearest built its reputation by reconnecting consumers with a forgotten chapter of American history. Founded in 2017, the company is named after Nathan Nearest Green, a formerly enslaved Black man credited with showing Jack Daniel the ropes of whiskey. The brand has since grown to a $1 billion profit, according to Forbes. And then the article just goes into the history of like what this means historically. Weaver called the receiver's appointment a smear campaign, adding that during every entrepreneur, quote, every entrepreneur is going to have a moment in time where it looks like all is lost, she said. The only difference between those who have been the most successful entrepreneurs in American history and those who have failed are those who have given up in between. For Black entrepreneurs, the story carries difficult but important lessons. Representation matters. Historical representation matters. Building institutions that challenge centuries of exclusion matters. But so do governance, capital discipline, and sustainable growth. Weaver has not spoken out publicly about her termination. Earlier this year, she announced that she'd be taking a break from social media to focus on writing a new book. Girl. Girl, I hope you. I don't know what you're writing. I don't know what the book is gonna be. Cruiser Bruiser. I hate this so much. She's really done to herself. Yeah, I just hate it because again, it kind of, listen, let me say this. And I'm not a businesswoman, but I mean I'm trying to be. But right now I'm not that type of a businesswoman. Like this is a business. I have an LLC. Like this is a business for me. But when I say a business, like I'm not selling a product like liquor or something. But it takes me back to the conversations we've had about Pinky Cole, right? And let's be clear. White people lose businesses all the time. So I don't want to make this a black thing. People unfortunately mismanage money. They grow too fast. They allow people to get in their head and convince them that these are the things that they need to do instead of focusing on reinvesting in their business and allowing the business to grow at a pace that's comfortable. I think a lot of times we get caught up. When I say we, I'm just saying people. We start these businesses and we get caught up with the trappings of what success is supposed to look like. So we get caught up in buying the big house and the nice cars and traveling. I think the thing we read in the lawsuit, the thing that sort of triggered all of this was when she was behind on the loan, but then she bought that house in Martha's Vineyard. And she tried to say, well, the house was for business and we're having business events here. And the people who she owed that money to was like, nice try. Like just because you have an event at your home does not make it a business. It's still a house. It's still a residence. It is not a business expense. And you were behind on the loan. And because I remember that being a big thing in the lawsuit that they were like, we found out she bought this house in Martha's Vineyard. And we were like, whoa. Because you're behind on this loan over here. And then they found out that she had lied about her inventory, which means that the collateral that she used to get the loan in the first place was bullshit. And then she tried to blame that on the CFO and then come to find out that the CFO did it, but your relationship with the CFO was a little shady because it looked like it doesn't look like you fired him when you found out. It looked like you fired him when other people found out. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to stop getting caught up in the trappings of success. And there's nothing wrong with celebrating yourself. You put yourself on payroll, you pay yourself a salary, and you spend from that salary. If you make yourself the CEO and the company can afford to pay you $600,000 a year, you live off that $600,000 a year. Make sure the company can afford to pay you $600,000 a year. I'm just throwing out a number, y'all. And then you live off of that. But if your company is not in a position to pay you $600,000 a year, and even though you're the CFO, you only going to get paid $200,000 a year, then live off the $200,000 a year. But I just feel like people get so caught up in seeing all the money coming in. And I didn't say this the other day when I was doing my review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I just feel like we beat that horse to death when it comes to Pinky Cole. But there's really no reason in the world why you should be taking money out of your personal account. You had a multi-million-dollar company. At one point in time, Slutty Vegan was worth, ridiculous amount of money. There's absolutely no reason in the world why you are taking $20,000 out of your personal account to make payroll. You should not be taking money out of your personal account to make payroll. Those two funds should never, it should never be. And again, I understand that people do it, businesses are in trouble and you're trying to save the business or whatever, but and just because something is worth that doesn't mean that's what you have in your hand. Your house might be worth, you might live in a house that's worth $1 million. That doesn't mean you have $1 million in the bank. That means you have property that's worth $1 million. So just because your company is worth $300 million doesn't mean you have $300 million. But anyway, There's that, child. There's that. Um, let me see what Tracy sent me. Tracy sent me something a few minutes ago. Oh shoot. Ugh. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a text about something. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, I saw that. That somebody broke into the Today Show. The security breach at the Today Show. Okay, yeah. Um, some updates over on Diddy sold his house on Star Island for $55 million. Um, he made a profit off of it. I'm not mad about it. Listen, the man, he need that money. He got to pay his lawyers. You know, he got these other lawsuits he done settled. He got paid Cassie and whoever else. Like, you know, sell the house. Somebody bought the house. They said he bought the house for $35 million 5 years ago. He sold it for 55. I ain't mad at it. I mean, you know, I'm no Diddy fan, but you know, great. This year has really been hard for Black women in business. I just think people are not. I think people get so caught up in what they think success looks like instead of understanding success is a slow moving bus. It just is, especially as an entrepreneur, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to constantly reinvest in your business. It is your business, and you're constantly reinvesting in that business. And I think people don't understand what that looks like. You know, when Pinky Cole kept opening up, I said then, this was a long time ago, I was thinking, to myself, I was thinking, I think she's moving a little fast. Like, you can't keep opening up. Now, again, if you were selling a franchise, which is what she's doing now, if she were selling franchises, that's a different conversation, because she's not physically opening up those locations. She's selling the franchise to somebody else who's doing the work. That is what she probably should have done. And again, I'm not a business person, so I don't know all the ups and downs and the ins and the outs and the pros and the cons. But franchising your business is totally different than you opening up all of these different businesses. So, over to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Melania had court earlier this week. Y'all know Melania was arrested on a DV charge, and she had court earlier this week, where it was confirmed that she did absolutely. She punched Louis. She physically assaulted Louis, and that was who she. And that's what's going on with that. So we have confirmation that it was Louis that she put her hands on. I think they said she punched him in the head. A franchise works would have been a smart. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know for certain, but it seems to me like that would have been a better option. Yeah, that's kind of what we suspected. We suspected it was Louis, and we heard stories that Louis was the one that called the police. But Louis' name was always in the mix. Y'all, we've had this conversation, and again, if y'all want to go back, you know, Real Housewives of New Jersey hasn't been on for probably about 3 years now. But if y'all go back to the last season that I reviewed the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I said, and I didn't know that they was going to put it on pause for 3 years, but I said that we were going to probably we had Teresa dating Louis. Then we had Teresa marrying Louis. I said we probably had one more season of Teresa and Louis being in their bubble, right? Being in their love bubble. And we're going to start seeing wrinkles in the bubble. We're going to start seeing, you know, some things going on. And then that next season, it was going to be the divorce. I told y'all, if they had continued to film Real Housewives of New Jersey, I think we definitely would have seen a lot of stuff. How much do you think a woman should keep checking the savings account? Child, I don't know. I have no idea, Miss Pretty Amazing. I mean, I know my mother always told me that you should at minimum, you should have a year's worth of your rent / your bills, your monthly bills. Now, I don't think I've ever had a year's worth of my monthly bills saved up. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I've had decent money saved up, but a year's worth, I don't know if I've ever had that. But that's what I was told. Melania, I think, is the second youngest, I think. But y'all don't quote me. I can't keep up with them churn like that. Oh, I definitely, yeah. Now you should definitely have that emergency money. I got emergency money. But I've never had. Never is a strong word. I don't think I've ever had a year's worth of all of my monthly bills. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be a significant amount of money that I could tell you. I'm gonna be honest and tell you. But now I've had, I got some commas saved up, type of thing. And I've gotten more disciplined about forgetting about that money and not looking at everything as an excuse to go into my savings. Like everything is not an emergency. Everything is not a reason to dip into your savings, right? Sometimes you just gotta kind of, eat oodles and noodles, or hey y'all, I can't go because I don't have no. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna say to my friends, y'all, I can't go. I don't have no gas in my tank because I don't want nobody to offer me money, right? So a lot of times I'll be like, y'all, I can't make it this time. I catch y'all next time. So. But I've gotten, I used to be one of those people that every time something came up I was going to be a little bit uncomfortable, then I would dip into my savings. And I've gotten better about understanding that everything ain't an emergency to dip into your savings. You know what I'm saying? So. But definitely. What's up, Creative Queen Toya? 6 months of gross pay, I think, is what they say. Ooh. Melania was number 2. Yeah, maybe she is the second one. I know she's not the oldest, and I know she's not the baby. She's one of the ones in the middle, child. I keep my money in different accounts because I definitely my main savings account is in an account that if I don't even have I don't have a debit card for that account. Like if I want to get money out of that account, I literally have to drive is at the credit union. I literally have to drive to my credit union and in the old fashioned way, fill out a withdrawal slip. And I do that because I'm like, you gonna think about this. Do you really need this money this bad? Is this really an emergency? Hold on, I think that's the people at my door. Hold on, y'all, give me a second. Let me play my commercial. Hold on, coming. Let me play my commercial. What's up? Hey, what's up, Ron? Hey. Lord, sound like a grown man. Okay. So the banister, the bookshelf, if it can be fixed. If not, it's whatever. And y'all have the car, or y'all got the truck?
The car, right?
No, because I was gonna say if y'all had the truck, I was gonna say you can take that other bookshelf, but don't worry about it. If y'all got the car, right. The other bookshelf I cleaned. I think it's pretty much cleaned off. Yeah, I think that was it. But when you look at the ceiling, and I don't know if I just didn't see it the first time or if that water discoloration is coming back. You'll see what I'm talking when you look. I might have just not seen it the first time. I don't know if it's coming back.
But if it's coming back, it means you got another leak in the roof. If it's water coming through.
Okay. Because the fan, you said that the fan automatically cuts on at a certain point?
Yeah, there's a thermostat attached to it.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Anywhere between 100 to 120 degrees is when it turns on.
Oh, okay. See, I don't.
And you're not going to hear it, and you're not going to feel anything different. It's just ventilating the attic.
Got you. Okay. All right. I think that was.
All right, well, we'll start with this.
Okay. Thank you.
Now,
and excuse my mess. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Whew. Stupid. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. This camera. Let me get it to focus. You need the light?
Right.
I mean, it's right there at the bottom of the other one. Yeah. Yeah. When did people start thinking Jay-Z cared for the community? Ooh. Oh. But at what point do you spend your savings? You can't take it with you. I mean, I think that's a personal decision. I mean, I can't tell you when it's comfortable for you to spend your money. You know what I mean? Like that's up to you. What you find is worth spending your savings on, that's a personal decision. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're saving money for an emergency, I'm just saying you have to quantify what emergency is for you. What you think is an emergency may not be the same that I think is an emergency. So I can't tell you what to spend your money. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you that. Stupid camera. We lean in. They said to lean in. Okay, there you go. Oh, okay. All right. Kelly Farrell, down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Speaking of money and these businesses with the money, she is at risk of having her bank account seized because she has a debt. There was a default judgment because she did not respond. Let me read. This is according to TMZ. It says the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelly Potter is close to having her wages seized over unpaid six-figure debt. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, a company named ARF sued Kelly and her restaurant, Nana's Chicken and Waffles, in 2025. She failed to respond to the suit, and a default judgment was entered against her in the amount of $217,000, $217,000, $301. I don't know. I'm reading it wrong. Which is growing interest every day. So every day she's not paying this, it's going up. Kelly's creditor is firing off subpoenas to various banks to see if the star has any money in her accounts to seize. So they're looking for the money. A rep for Kelly tells TMZ this matter stems from a business loan that Kelly and her ex-husband obtained over 5 years ago while they were married. The rep claimed that the matter was addressed during the divorce proceedings, where Kelly argued Mark should be responsible for the debt, and he denied her claims. Just because it was addressed doesn't mean it was resolved. Her attorney saying it was addressed during the divorce, it doesn't say it was resolved during the divorce. Just because Kelly said that she think he should pay it, and he said, I don't think I should pay it, we should split it, that doesn't mean it was resolved. It says, we are confident that this legal matter will be rightfully resolved, but as of now, Kelly has not been officially served. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. And we've talked about enough lawsuits and default judgments and all that other stuff. Y'all understand that if a court granted a default judgment, then the court was satisfied that Kelly and her husband were served. Now, Kelly would have to go back. Now, we have seen situations where people went back to court and was like, Your Honor. I think that happened with Diddy and that guy that sued Diddy and got that big, like $10 million judgment. And Diddy was able to go back to court and be like, no, I was not properly served. So we know that they can get it changed. But at this point, the default judgment has gone in, which means that a court was satisfied that Kelly was served. And my thing is, how Kelly didn't know? We knew, because we talked about it. So if she took control of the business, why is he responsible? Well, if they got the loan together when they were still married, that's one of those things that should have been resolved with the divorce. If their divorce was resolved, this loan should have been resolved. I mean, again, I'm no divorce attorney, but it seems to me like if the divorce was resolved, that all of the debt during the marriage should have been addressed and resolved. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. Now, remember, Mark in his lawsuit, I don't know if this is the same loan or not, but remember in his lawsuit, he said that he got a business loan and Kelly spent it all up. And that's why he took the money out of the account to stop her from spending it on personal stuff when it was supposed to be money for the business. Remember? And that's when Kelly took him to court and said that he stole the money from her. He had to get the money back. And he said the money I took was the money that for a loan, a business loan that we had. And she was spending the money taking trips to Tulum with her friends and shopping sprees. That's what he said. A cosigner is still responsible in the eyes of a creditor. Exactly. Baby, but you out here bragging about some $70,000 teeth. Child, bye. I wish I would be impressed. I wish I would be impressed with some $70,000 teeth and I got a $200,000 judgment against me. I wish I would be impressed. Now she probably don't know because Phaedra's her attorney. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. Cheryl and Tawanda, if y'all are in the chat, I'm going to go next Thursday. I'm going to tell you another reason why I'm going to go next Thursday. Because I've been up the last 3 days trying to get this stuff together for this. I think I'm going to just chill tonight. I might come back later and do Bell Collective or Big Brother if I can get caught up on Big Brother. I think I'm just going to relax today. Because that sounds like a lot going on. He said it's 2 different parties happening. The building got 2 different events going on. That's a lot for me, y'all. I'm sorry. I be getting overstimulated in my old age. That's too much. But I do want to go out. I do want to do stuff. So I have I got to get ready for this thing on Saturday. I think I'm just going to wait and go out next Thursday. When I get off of here, I'm going to go run. I'm going to go get me some crabs. And I'm going to come back so they can do what they got to do without me getting in their way. Oh, no, the questions are fine. It's pretty amazing, baby. Your questions are fine. I'm going next Thursday, but you're going to be out of town. You were going to be late anyway, girl. You got other stuff going on anyway. Y'all see how I be talking myself out of stuff? All you got to do is change it up on me, and I'll be like, that's okay. Oh, wait a minute. TMZ just posted an update on Dwayne Wade's son. It says, cops found... Okay, so Dwayne Wade's son, Zaire, prosecutors say that the cops found an unregistered GUN after the DV arrest. It says they found it in his Burbank home after the domestic violence arrest. According to the prosecutors, it said his eldest son appeared in a Pasadena courtroom on Thursday for his arraignment in his DV case and pled not guilty. According to a reporter for the LA Magazine who was in the courtroom, prosecutors told the judge that cops found and confiscated an unregistered firearm. He was arrested last month after the cops showed up to his Burbank home after receiving a call about people yelling and stopping around in the home, sparking fears that a DV disturbance or someone was in distress inside of the home. They say they found Zaire and a woman with lacerations all over her face, and they arrested him. An emergency protection order was issued in court Thursday requiring him to stay away from the alleged victim, and surrender all of his firearms. He is out on bail, and he has another preliminary hearing set for September the 24th. Baby. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's all I got for that. That's a shame. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, quick announcements. As you guys know, Saturday is the meet and greet in Bowie. If you were in the DC area and you still want to come, tickets are still available at this point. Don't worry about paying through the ticket link. Just send me the money through Cash App and I'll add you to the list because the ticket link updates once a week. So I could go into the system and see if you bought a ticket, but it won't update until next. It updates on Wednesday, so it won't update till next Wednesday. So just if you're interested in coming, just send me the money. You can text, you can email me. Y'all know my Cash App. ReallyBthePodcast at gmail.com. I mean, really be dollar. Y'all know. Shoot, I can't get it out. Really be the podcast. Again, if you're interested in coming, I'll discount the tickets for you at this point because it's the last, the end last minute. If you didn't know if you could come or that kind of stuff. If you, I heard that young lady was in horrible condition. A part of me wants to see the pictures, but then I don't want to see the pictures. You know what I mean? I don't want it to turn into a Rihanna moment, but I kind of do, if that makes sense. If you want to make a donation to the event, because again, that would be great. If you want to, you can. I know some people have already bought tickets to sponsor other people, and we have given those tickets away. So thank you to Tawanda. Thank you to The Informed. Thank you to Cross Country Cruiser, who have all donated tickets, and those tickets have been given out. So I appreciate that. Those, if you did not hear the announcement earlier this week, for our cruise in February, they have changed the itinerary. Royal Caribbean is not, we will not be going to Labadee, Haiti. So for those of you who wanted to go on this cruise, but you didn't want to go to Haiti, you were a little leery about going to Haiti, baby, now is the time. They are running sales, and it is it's a good time. The prices are really, really good. I think when we looked up the prices, what's today, Thursday or Tuesday, I think we looked up the prices or Monday. And I think for interior cabin, it was like $400 a person. So if you had a roommate, you're only paying like $400 for interior cabin. I think the balcony rooms were like, I don't want to make up no prices, but I know it was like $500-$600 for one, if you had a roommate. Now, if you were by yourself, double that. So it was like $1,000 for a balcony. And even they had junior balconies for $900 a person if you have a roommate. And again, if you by yourself, double that. But the prices are really, really good if you are still interested in going. Books and Bourbon. The VIP money is due by the end of August. I need that money by September the 1st. If you are interested in going to Books and Bourbon, I'm getting ready to drop the link in the chat for you. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm about to drop the link in the chat. I have 13 people that said they're coming and that they're getting the VIP package. So please let me know if you are one. 3 people I think have already paid. So you have until the end of the month, the end of August, so that I can get the t-shirt order in and all of the stuff that I need to do for that. And for Ebby's birthday party, again, I only have one person. I have 6 people that said they staying in the room. Staying at the house, but I only have one person that paid their deposit. I'm not going to count. Well, let me 1, 2, 3. Let's say 4 people because myself, obviously, Ebby, myself, Ebby. I believe Tracy is still coming, and El Teddy, and then the person who paid their deposit. So that's 5 people. I told you guys that I have 10 available places to sleep. Now, again, that money was due by the deposit was due by the end of June. We are now in the middle of July, and I only had one person send me their money. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to book a smaller house. So if you still wanted to come and you forgot or whatever the situation is, I'm gonna give it to the end of next week. Because I need the full amount of money by the end of the month so I can go ahead and get the house and pay for the other stuff. So I need y'all money if y'all staying at the house. If not, it's no big deal. I'll just get a smaller house. Because right now I have a house that sleeps, it sleeps 12, I think. I'll just get a smaller house. It's not a big deal. We still gonna celebrate. We still gonna have a good time. We still gonna party. We'll just do it in a smaller house. So I need that information. I need y'all to deposit so I can hold a space so I know y'all are coming. But I need the full amount by the end of August. I keep thinking this is August. Let me think. I need the deposit by the end of the week, by next Friday. And I need the full amount by August the 15th. So that gives you a month. Okay. All right. With that being said, y'all, let me get out of here. I may come back and do Bell Collective and Big Brother if I can finish watching and get caught up on Big Brother. Because I already got some stuff to say about Big Brother. Okay. With that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I understand, Cheryl. I understand it, baby. I got you. Would the full amount change? It would, yeah, it would change because if I'm getting a smaller house, then yeah, the price would change. Yep, it would. As of right now, it's still what it is, but if I have to get a smaller house, yeah, the price would change. Yep. I'll let y'all know. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.